Court calls the case of Augusta Woods versus Brenda Williams.
Dana, on behalf of Augusta Williams, in your honor, we are dismissing this. It was
Oh,
just, and I mean just, paid.
okay.
This courtroom session opens like any ordinary docket call, but don't blink, because within minutes it spirals from routine dismissals to high-stakes housing trouble, emotional farewells, botched paperwork, and a fraud case involving an Airbnb scheme. You'll see a judge juggling legal precision with unexpected humor, attorneys scrambling to keep up, and defendants whose futures hinge on every word spoken. But the real twist? What starts as procedure becomes deeply personal, and then swings back to serious criminal consequences.
Case is dismissed. That's without it. And Manchester Manor versus Brittany Bailey.
Dana, on behalf of Manchester, Bailey's here.
Hello. What's your name?
Brittany Bailey.
Okay, where are we on this case?
Your honor, I spoke with Miss Bailey, so we'd like to request an adjournment. This matter, so Miss Bailey has an appointment with Hawk on February 2nd. They said they're going to pay her balance plus February.
Oh, okay.
She also has an appointment with, or she applied with St. Vincent de Paul. She's waiting to hear from them. So.
Okay, so you want me to kick this over into February so the ledger's gonna read that way?
So that they'll include February.
Oh, yeah. I talked, so Autumn is my case manager with
Okay.
Trinity. She's also my appointment specialist with Hawk.
Okay.
It works out that way.
Yeah, all right.
But their first available literally is February 2nd and 3rd. And
Okay.
the time for the 2nd I couldn't do since I'm going back to work. So she was able to get me in the morning of the 3rd. She doesn't see it being an issue. St. Vincent de Paul reached back today to my caseworker at IHA for my water and my rent. They're supposed to call me later today, but most likely Monday.
And try to figure out something on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they might be able to help with some of it, so it's not as much for Hawk.
Okay, so I don't have February, my first date would be February 6th. But I tell you what I'll do, given that everything is seemingly worked out, your balance is relatively low, you can fit your February rent in there without going over, which is really what I mean. I'm going to adjourn this matter to February 13th, 2026 at 2 p.m. Okay, and then that way, hopefully we get everything timed up and it all works out.
Hopefully it'll be done before then.
Oh, yes. All right.
Thank
Okay,
you.
ma'am. Thank you. Hey, congratulations on that. It's kind of, we're happy for you. It's kind of a sad moment for me. I'm going to try to get through this myself. Many people don't understand when somebody becomes your bailiff and the relationship that a judge has to their bailiff and how close they become to their bailiff. They're watching the judge's every move. They're making sure that the judge is comfortable and taken care of. I think we figured out back in 2019 when you came to join me. From that point on, you certainly, every time that you've been here, and you were here on a consistent basis with me for a number of years, you've always taken care of me. One of the things my kids always ask, and they always ask who my bailiff is, and they like to meet them or they like to see them. They were comfortable with you. And one of the things that my kids, and particularly my daughter, that's important for her is that when I told her about you, and one of the reasons I was telling her about you is because you were the first woman selected as a bailiff by a judge in the 14A District Court. I was proud to do that. I didn't do it because you were a woman. I did it because you were eminently qualified to hold this position, and I felt safe in doing it. One of the things that so I let my daughter know that, and my daughter she was okay with it. And when things are okay with my daughter regarding her dad, then I'm okay with it. And I asked her if she wanted me to say anything to you. And as is kind of usual with Lauren, one of the things that she said is she just wanted me to thank you for making sure that her dad got home safe. Every day that you were watching him. Your service to this county has been not only just to me, but to the county in terms of transport and other things has been impeccable. Your retirement is well deserved. We wish you all of the best. I will tell you, not only from this judge and from my heart, that you will be missed, but I think anybody that has come into contact with you will miss you. They'll miss your personality, your smile, your toughness, sometimes the good laugh. When I had to get somebody or Alan got sent out of the hall and you came out of the back, and next thing I know, I hear Lee's voice saying, lift your feet, and they're rolling him in. And he was cuffed to a chair for good reason. But all of those things. And I think the only thing that I can say is, Corporal Lee, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Job well done. Do you want to say anything? You may.
I do. I just want to say thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to be a bailiff. You had many options between all the guys that were on transport, but you selected me because we all had the same training. So my qualification was just as good as everybody else. So it has been a privilege to serve you. So thank you very much.
Versus Stephen Albert.
Good afternoon, Chris Eastup appearing on behalf of with Stephen Albert. Mr. Albert, would you step up and state your name for the record?
Stephen Albert, Wisconsin.
It's he was cold, Your Honor.
What?
He was cold.
I was cold.
The reason somebody.
He turns it upside down. It'll look like an M for Maryland. So
That's not true. Okay. Nice try.
just
though.
shooting in the dark on that one.
It's the best you had. Thank you. All right, what are we doing on this case?
Yeah, I believe that we're just gonna at this point set up for a preliminary examination.
Discovery is complete.
Yes.
And would the people have their witnesses available the 27th?
There was one discovery issue. Was there a forensic interview?
I'd have to look at.
Okay, that's the only thing I'm missing if there was.
Sounds like we might need to clear that up. We'll just set this for-
Yeah, you might want to clear that
If you want to pass the matter, I can look at my file really quick to make sure.
because I got all.
That, Your Honor, that would just be, that's the only thing that's missing. I know we can get it taken care of before the 27th.
20 seconds to look at. Just not sure.
What time would that be on the 27th? If you do set it for that?
It's like what? You just dropped into this county? What? Seriously? I'll just mark that. Preliminary examination in person, January 27th, 2026, 9 a.m.
Got it.
Before Judge Barr.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you very much. Your Honor.
Thank you. I asked what time. I just, Don continued. Clerk calls the case, people versus Adrian Braswell.
Again,
On behalf of people.
Chris Eastup on behalf of Adrian Braswell is appearing via Zoom. Mr. Braswell, would you unmute and state your name for the record?
Adrian Braswell.
You got him. All right, I have before me a plea form. Is that what we're doing?
Yes, it is, Your Honor. And I would note for the court, because my client's North Carolina, I did fully review an advice
He's
of
in
right.
North Carolina.
North Carolina?
Yes. You're just like a winning today. One Wisconsin, North Carolina. Don't like them. Still don't know what a Tar Heel is. But go ahead.
I don't want to know. But most people don't know what a terrapin is either, so. Well, I meant, see, that was just trying to be honest,
What?
like,
You really said that out loud?
no, I meant,
Said that out loud
it's a
to me.
good thing. I'm just saying some people
To
don't
me.
know.
All right, you know what?
Oh, boy. I'll take it back. I apologize.
When you get stomped by a turtle, you'll know it's all right.
100%. Your Honor, Mr. Braswell was, I went over fully with his advice of rights form. I did send him a copy, but we don't have a signed copy, but he can acknowledge to the court.
You send him a,
Yeah.
okay, I got you. Okay. All right. Braswell, the plea form indicates that the defendant will be pleading guilty to the charge of larceny by false pretense is 200 to 1,000 to 1 year offense. Upon a successful plea to that charge, count one would be dismissed. I'm presuming he did not sign off on this.
He did not, but he can acknowledge it, Your Honor, if you would. We just, counsel and I just.
And the sentencing judge waiver. Well, we go through most of it, but, oh. Okay. All right. That's the court's full understanding of the agreement. That counts. They'll plead to the count 3, counts 1 and 2 would be dismissed. All right. Mr. Braswell, can you raise your right hand to be sworn?
Yes, sir.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
All right, state your name again, please.
Adrian Braswell.
All right, you can put your hand down. Sir, it is this court's understanding that you're going to plead guilty to the charge of larceny by false pretenses 200 to 1,000. That is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 1 year incarceration, a $2,000 fine plus court costs. The fine could be increased if 3 times the value of the property taken, or which is the subject matter of the larceny. If that's greater than $2,000, that would become the maximum fine. You understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. You also understand, sir, that while I'm taking your plea, I would not be your sentencing judge, and you would be sentenced before Judge Perry in the 15th District Court.
Yes, sir.
All right. Still wish to plead guilty?
I thought I was pleading no contest.
I'm sorry. Does anybody have an objection to a no contest?
I don't have a report.
I don't have an objection, but does.
Oh, I didn't know Drew was here. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Um,
I can email the court.
You're killing me, man.
Your Honor, I would like to start my day
You
over.
don't know
if I
what a
could.
terrapin is? See, this is what happens. This is karma.
This is 100%. Drew, can you email the court? I don't have one
Then I'm gonna have to pass this to the end because I'm gonna have to read it.
That's fine. He would like to plead no contest.
He wants to
Email that
plead no
report to your
contest.
staff.
Pardon?
I will email that report over to your staff right now, Your Honor.
Pass it. It'd be sitting on here right under the turtle.
I can assure you the next one was much.
Court calls the case. People versus Courtney Jones.
Proceed
Andrew
on
Tripp
behalf
is
of
appearing on
Courtney
behalf of
Jones.
people.
Your Honor, may I approach with an advice of rights form?
Yes. Your name, ma'am?
Courtney Jones.
I have before me a plea form that indicates that she will be pleading to the charge of larceny by false pretenses 200 to 1,000 to 1 year offense. Upon their successful plea to that charge, hold on a second. All right, I don't know what you guys are doing with these plea forms. She's pleading to not a count. She's pleading to count 1. She's actually pleading to count 7.
Yeah, it would be an added count 7.
So you're killing me, man. You're killing me.
Little help here, Drew.
To count 7, false pretenses 200 to 1,000, the 1 year offense. Upon successful plea to that charge, counts 1 through 6 would be dismissed. She's agreeing also to pay full restitution at the time of sentencing in the amount of $7,835.66. That's the court's full understanding of the agreement.
That's correct.
Yes,
Your
Your Honor.
That's it.
That's correct.
All right. Since East Hopes, let's try this one. May I have her sworn?
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony about to give you the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Lower your hand, please spell your name.
Courtney Jones, COURTNEY, JONES.
Ma'am, it is this court's understanding that you are going to be pleading guilty to the charge of, well, it's not checked. She's pleading guilty, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'll check that box too. Should just fill out the whole form. Yep, larceny by false pretense is 200 to 1,000. That is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 1 year incarceration, a $2,000 fine plus court costs. Fine could be increased to 3 times the value of the property taken. If that's greater than $2,000, that would become the maximum fine. You understand that, ma'am?
I do, Your Honor.
All right. Still wish to plead guilty?
I do.
And to that charge, how do you plead?
Guilty, Your Honor.
Now, you understand that by pleading guilty, you'll not have a trial of any kind.
I do understand.
You signed an advice of rights form, is that correct?
I did.
Any question regarding any of those rights?
No, Your Honor.
Please look at paragraph 5. You'll see a copy on the podium. Those are your rights that are part of a trial. You understand by pleading guilty, you'll be giving up those rights as well as all the rights on that form.
I do, Your Honor.
You understand you're giving up your right to appeal of right.
Yes.
Are you on probation or parole?
No, Your Honor.
Has anybody promised you anything other than what's been stated here today on the record to get you to plead?
No, Your Honor.
Has anybody threatened you or coerced you?
No.
You're doing this voluntarily
Yes, Your Honor.
of your own free will
Yes.
and because you believe that you are indeed guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
Between the dates of March 30th, 2024 and November 7th, 2024 at the location of 3184 Honeysuckle Drive, Pittsfield Township, Washtenaw County, State of Michigan. What did you do that makes you think that you're guilty? Well, that's her address.
It's an Airbnb, Your Honor. So
Pardon? It's a B. Okay, gotcha.
Yes.
What did you do that makes you think that you're guilty?
It was a rental agreement that I did not follow through on, Your Honor.
Okay, I know. You
So-
need more.
she, if I may, Your Honor,
Yes.
ma'am, did you list for rent your house on a Airbnb site?
Yes.
And the intent to have someone pay you to stay at your house?
Yes.
And then when they paid, you actually canceled the stay and kept the money, correct?
Correct.
And you did that knowing that you were going to keep the money?
Yes.
Got it. Okay. And the amount of money that you kept was in excess of $200?
Yes.
All right. Ma'am, if I accept your plea and you commit misconduct between the time that I accept your plea and the time of sentencing, the court would not be bound by any sentence recommendation or evaluation, and you would not be entitled to withdraw your plea. You understand that?
I understand, Your Honor.
All right. Counsel, are you aware of any other promises, threats, or other inducements which have led to this plea?
Not on
Don't
behalf of
believe-
the people.
And have I complied with the court rule, and would it be proper to accept this defendant's plea?
People are
Defense is
satisfied.
said. Defense is satisfied.
Court will accept the defendant's plea of guilty to count 7. Counts 1 through 6 are dismissed. The pre-sentence investigation and report is ordered at 14A1 probation. Sentencing in this matter will be
February 11th, midnight.
11th,
Yes.
February 11th, 2026, 9 a.m. That's before me. All right. Bond will continue.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. And
Oh,
then
Your Honor, may I want just
you may
one?
want to stop down at my probation department and be on your left on the way down.
Okay.
Start the.
Your Honor, can I address two things on her bond? She is trying to find a job right now. She was laid off and she needs to travel to Georgia and Texas for interviews. If the court would allow her just that bond condition to be modified to allow that travel for work.
Wisconsin, North Carolina, Georgia, and Texas. Seriously.
I'm trying to go international, Your Honor.
I'm not. Any objection from the people?
I don't have an objection. And Your Honor, I'm sorry, I missed this. What was the sentencing date?
Sentencing date is February 11th.
Thank you.
Those are the only 2 states that you're going to, Georgia. And
Correct, Your Honor.
defendant may travel to Georgia and Texas. We usually don't give carte blanche on that. Is there a particular period of time in which you'll be doing that? Do you know?
It's only if I make it to the next round of interviews. They've warned me that if I do, that would be the next step, Your Honor. So I don't.
Gotcha. I see what you're doing. That's fine. Then I'll just leave it that way, but you can travel. All right?
Thank you.
Thank you,
very
Your
much.
Honor.
This hearing delivered a full spectrum of courtroom reality. From routine dismissals and second chances to procedural chaos and a serious fraud plea tied to an Airbnb rental scheme. In the end, the court accepted a guilty plea, ordered restitution, scheduled sentencing, and even modified bond conditions to allow interstate travel for job interviews, demonstrating how judges must balance accountability with rehabilitation opportunities. The bigger takeaway is how quickly lives can pivot inside a courtroom. One decision can prevent eviction, honor a career of service, or set the stage for criminal sentencing. If you found this case as shocking and revealing as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments about which moments stood out most, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns you won't see anywhere else.